And calm and quiet, more rain on the 16th. St. Patty's Day was nice. And then 77. I still like to talk about that day because that's the warmest it's been in the past few weeks here in South Jersey. Then spring came in, a measly 48 degrees, but we went up to 50, and then a nice cold start to your spring. Well, not nice because we went out like a lion, but rainy and raw were the buzzwords all across the mid-Atlantic today, with this low pressure system sitting over the frontal boundary that was stalled out over the region for the past couple days. It's been a difficult forecast. 62 to 67 we did today, relatively comfortable. At least we weren't out here in the Midwest where a lot of humidity is building in, sparking some severe weather parts of Illinois and Indiana. We might have to contend with that later on. So look at this. We have our South Jersey radar, and not much going on in South Jersey. We had a couple showers early on this afternoon, but as these organized bands try to work their way east, they run into some dry air, and then they just fizzle out and disappear. Phew. Excuse me. Wow. The pollen is really bad out there. I woke up this morning and there was like a half of an inch of pollen on my car. So I decided to make this graphic for you. Look at this. From a scale 1 to 12, today we are at 11. That is oppressive. Really feeling it out there from the maple and juniper. As some showers come through for Friday and Saturday, we knock it down to 8 and eventually 7 for Saturday. A little bit better, but not as good as it could be. So grab your tissues and prepare to sneeze.
Part of his chimney was missing from one of the lightning strikes, so definitely was a little crazy out there last night.
It's ridiculous. I was driving home and you could barely drive. You actually had to stop and wait for the rain to get done. And I don't think we're going to see anything that severe over the next 7 days, but I'll have a look at your 7-day forecast after the break. A little bit cooler today, and here's that frontal boundary. Think of it just driving along and it decides to stop right in South Jersey. It's going to allow several disturbances to ride on through, so I think we're going to see some clouds move in by 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then by 8 and 9 o'clock we're starting to watch the west. And the general trend for all of these showers is to bring it into the South Jersey region. So we stay in a very active pattern with several chances of showers over the next 7 days. So for your Wednesday morning, we're going to have a round 1 and a round 2. Round 1 comes through tonight into tomorrow morning as part of this warm front that's going to lift up into New York State. 70 to 80 degrees when the sun comes out. It's going to be pretty nice day. We're going to start with showers, clouds, and then go to sun and then abundant warmth throughout the day. So round 2 comes through later in the afternoon, like 4, 5, 6 o'clock. We're going to drop down through the 60s. Strong winds, small hail, and lightning are all possible. That's why I'm going to outline the eastern seaboard in a slight risk of severe weather. Your South Jersey radar, whoa, it's moving. Look at that. That's awesome. We have some heavier rain now moving through parts of Cumberland and Salem County, just getting into Atlantic County, and those showers will be seen through the night, overnight. So today, 59 over 40, a couple degrees over where we should be at 57. Our record was 86 back in 1967, and the record low, a very chilly 23 degrees back in 1945. So you remember that song back in the 90s by NSYNC or whoever it was, Bye, Bye, Bye. Well, we're saying farewell to the 40s. They're out of the forecast. Tomorrow we will start off with some showers. So temperatures this month, normal. We really haven't talked about that word in a while after a below average March. Looks like the chilly weather will hold to our north parts of Pennsylvania and New York.